I want to have a think today about the power of talking and the power of asking for help. We all need somebody to ask for advice or to share or to get support from at some point in our life. Now, that's irrelevant as to whether or not that's a personal problem, a professional problem, a relationship problem, whatever it is. At times we all need to be able to ask for help and to be able to receive the help. Now, one thing that always I find quite surprising when I'm working with couples, when I'm working with clients, is that in any given week, I can come up against, I can have almost exactly the same conversation with 2 or 3 clients, completely unrelated, stories completely unrelated, yet the same kind of themes kind of come up all the time. And one of the things that has come up this week, and one of the things that's got me thinking about, is just the power of talking and the power of sharing. And I was actually talking to my best friend, who is one of my, is one of the people that I go to when I'm needing to get something off my mind. And, just thinking about how... So I think about it like this. I genuinely have had this conversation twice over this week, over the last few days. When we hold things in our head, when we have lived with a situation, when we know a situation, we think that we have a solid understanding of it because it's in our head, it's ours, right? We know it. And then when you are able to start talking about it, to start sharing it and putting it into context and making sense of it, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. It's like you've got a bag of all the pieces and you know all the pieces, right? Because they're your pieces, they're in your head. So you know what those pieces are and what those pieces mean. But it's only once you start talking and you start connecting all of the pieces together that you suddenly see the picture and you suddenly, join the dots, whatever you want to call it. It just suddenly all starts to make sense. And it's profound how, and we all do it, like everybody does it. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, it doesn't matter what your professional background is. We all have the ability to not see the bigger picture until we're talking about it out loud. And that's why having somebody that you can share with is so important. So I'm blessed. I've got a wonderful husband, I've got a wonderful best friend, and I've got a fabulous business coach. So within that package, I am able to share my thoughts, share my feelings, get advice, absolutely, speak the story, get the story out, get advice and get an understanding of the bigger picture. And that's what coaching is. That's what any kind of therapeutic support is. It's about being able to tell your story in a way that gives it context, that gives it meaning, and for you both to be able to share your story. And there again, so many times I have couples sitting in a room together who live together, right? Who have been together for years, who spend all of their time together when they're not working. And then there's just something about saying something out loud and being able to tell their story. And I'm not joking, the amount of times one couple will look at the other couple and say, oh gosh, I never knew that, or I never realised that was how you felt about it. So there you go. That's the puzzle, isn't it? That is the pieces of the puzzle that when you say it out loud, whether it's you hearing it, whether it's your partner hearing it, whether it's anybody else hearing it, those pieces come together and they form a picture. And that picture is very powerful because words are very powerful, and sharing and knowing that you are heard and being able to tell your story is very powerful. Okay, it's Thursday today, so enjoy the rest of the week and have a wonderful weekend. I'll catch up with you guys soon.